All right, what is going on, everyone, and welcome back to episode 6 of our Gold Road playthrough. So, second session of recording for today. We're actually a few hours later, so don't remember where I left off. The Untraveled Road is our next quest that we have to do. We got 4 out of 5 on the main story so far, but we still have a lot of other stuff to do afterwards. So yeah, we talked to the people here last time, and we're continuing on with the rest of this stuff. So, with that said, where do we go now? Wendir. All right, let's do this. You know, what's funny is basically the rewards are pretty terrible in this game, or just like the questing rewards, that is. And I could do an entire quest line, get like 1,000 gold from the reward, and then I spend like triple that just by teleport, transport fees, and everything. And I should think about that one day. Not that it's not a big deal. Like at the end of the day, it's not that much, but it's one of those things that I had to think about. All right. Anyway. There's a mosaic up. I kind of want to do that first, just because it's a timed event, and I think I can catch it. Usually I'd be able to see it in the sky. It's kind of like a dolmen. Yeah, you see that thing right there? You can see it in the sky. Let's get this done. Are there actually people doing this? I don't know if it just started or not. So the way these work that are different from your standard dolmens are basically they're far out of the original area. What's that dude doing? And then you see how like there's a glowing directional from the beam? Basically, you kill a bunch of ads. Oh, daily endeavor done. Easy. And then there's a boss that spawns in the center after you complete all 4 directions. All right, let's see. So there is 2 more. Like one far north and one out there. You just followed where the golden beam is shooting out. I actually don't mind it. It doesn't feel that bad doing these. It's just, I can see like in a year from now when no one's doing them, people are gonna be like, oh, kind of out of the way. So, wanted to make sure I got this done.
Now the champion comes.
Should be one more until boss. Oh, there, the other people got it.
Stay ready. Never know. Give them a fight.
Miramar stands against you.
There's actually a lot of people here. If you do the Lucent Citadel, which is the new trial, you'll see a lot of these things. I actually thought it was fun. I don't know what the normal one is, but I did it on vet yesterday, which is awesome.
We aren't done yet. Victory is inevitable.
This kind of does go on for a long time, though.
Despair, mortals. Your empire ends now. Now.
All right, that was a good detour. Back to the story. That was like 6 minutes.
I sense an anomaly here, Proxy. A place where the veil between realms can be parted. Perhaps Abolisher can be of use. This is what the Skane wanted us to find. A portal.
I actually really liked Fargrave. I thought it was a cool area.
Curious. This is Fargrave. Did Atelia come this way to make use of the celestial palanquin? The portal deposited us in the demiplane of Fargrave. It is a realm without a prince that serves as a crossroad through oblivion. 1,000 doors lead in and out of Fargrave, or so it is said. But the fate of Baragon and the Tribune concerns me. I am not surprised.
Ooh, do you
Many
get that
have traveled
dialogue if you've
lanes
done the other
past
chapters?
Fargrave. I do not recognize this quarter of the city, though. Nor can I explain what happened to our allies. Perhaps it was some effect of Athelia's presence. The Shardborn are here in force. And in my previous visits, I never saw anything like those crystalline growths ahead. I think Atelia reshaped this part of Fargrave when she came this way, which may have affected our portal too. That is one possibility, but another occurs to me now. The true origins of Fargrave are lost. You said Atelia intended to return home. I wonder if this was her realm before she was forgotten. A mere conjecture. But if this lost quarter of Fargrave was once part of Athelia's realm, it has fallen into ruin during her long absence. Well, we will not find our allies or the answers we seek standing here. Let us continue.
Watch it. Easy.
There you are. We were.
All right, going in.
Beware! Shard Marshal Vargas is above you. Proxy, stay close.
You dare trespass in Miramor, in the very heart of our power. I banish you to the many paths, never to return.
Vargas banished our allies into the many paths. He took everything I had just to shield us. Baragon and Tribune Atelia are beyond our help for now. We must go on without them. The threads of fate surrounding Fargrave are infernal. The currents of fate shall
Let's not
You
get
wanted
hit by that
5.
stuff.
5. You weren't keeping score, were you? Me neither.
Let me in.
Your wanderings are futile, Torbasan. What you seek is here. The loom of the untraveled road. I have no idea what it is, but I am certain it's important.
You can stare.
I almost feel sorry for Athelia's scions. To exist for millennia, tormented by the sense they were missing something, and could not find their purpose. The loom of the untraveled road. That must be the loom Athelia spoke of in Miskarkand. Indeed. Clearly the loom of the untraveled road is an apparatus of great importance. Vargas forgot what it was, yet its existence never ceased to gnaw at her. This is where Athelia's trail has been leading us. We must find a way to follow. Perhaps there is something more here than our mortal senses can perceive. In this reality, the archway and mirrors have long since lost their power. But in the many paths, that might not be so. Use the
Find a way to open the portal.
Proxy, we must find a way to activate it. The symbols the Lamp of Clarity revealed above the mirrors are the same as the ones. The runes above the arch and the runes revealed on the mirrors by the Lamp of Clarity are the same. Perhaps activating the mirrors in a specific order, the symbols in the mirrors match the symbols above the arch. That must indicate something.
Okay, so lollipop, shield, helmet, other shield.
That did something. Try interacting with more of the mirrors.
Classic Elder Scrolls puzzle.
Isolated section of Fargrave, or a pocket dimension within the demiplane.
This
Proxy,
one's
look.
mine.
Another memory. Use the Echoneer.
My loom of the untraveled road fills this place. From its core, I can break the shackles of fate, undo mistakes, unlock possibilities, create new histories.
Athelia can use the loom to change history. That is how she will restore what was lost.
It's magnificent. But won't some princes see it as a threat? Unconstrained choice.
That great skeleton above is one of the bearers of Fargrave.
Every being.
Athelia is
You're going
changing
to
it to
regret
its
this.
mirror-more reflection. Athelia and Vargas have Do you see the arches before us? I think they mark the doorway to the next. I am not sure how to proceed, and we have no time to wander aimlessly. Proxy, are you injured? The skein of secrets never failed before. May I see the relic?
Bruh, I deliberately unsummoned my pets so we could avoid this. And then my companion decides he wants to go run out. That thing's aggroed. Are we out of combat? This game is so dumb. This is literally the only game that has the worst aggro radius I've ever seen.
I am surprised you were not injured, Proxy. Unrolling the skein of secrets appeared to precipitate a reciprocal paroxysm that is, it triggered a backlash, as I am sure you noticed. Indeed. And whatever caused that also completely drained the skein's power. Perhaps Atelia protected the Loom of the Untraveled Road against the influences of her rival princes. Or is this some property of the Loom itself? I cannot say. Daedric Princes are supreme within their own realms. The longer we are delayed, the stronger Atelia grows. In fact, the next defense we trigger may be more dangerous. I do not think it would be wise to use Abolisher here. I have witnessed enough of Athelia's realm to feel the power flowing through it. I believe I can use my portal magic to proceed deeper into the Loom, perhaps even reach its core. As long as Atelia does not sense our approach, we should be fine.
Okay.
Hurry now. The portal I opened should carry us as far as the Loom's core.
Atelia does not wish to be disturbed. Rot in a very prison.
This is how it must be,
She
Atelia.
trapped us in Athelia's
For
prison.
the sake of reality,
I fear memories.
you cannot walk free.
You cannot contain me forever, Mora. In time, I will escape this cell.
No fate that I foresee results in your freedom. I am sorry, Atelia, but I do this to preserve reality.
Hermaeus Mora could not predict what he could not perceive. Athelia's scion. The lamp still functions, and it revealed a path.
Oh god, they like playing with mazes and puzzles. Alright.
Is that Baragon?
Shard Marshal Vargas sent us somewhere.
They may be doors to the many paths. See if the
I
lamp...
don't know how else to explain it. Whatever part of the many paths I was hurled into, it was a dark reflection of our reality. Timeless, empty. Not a world made of mirrors, but the world you see in a mirror. Am I making any sense? I don't know. I never saw.
We're
her
like
after
in a
Vargas
crisis
cast the
right
spell.
now, and this dude...
She might have been in the world I was trapped in, or she could be anywhere. On the other side, mirrors are like windows. You can see through them, but that's all. These were the only mirrors I found. I couldn't pass through until you used the lamp. I'm not sure there's a way out of the many paths without some sort of help. Let's stay in this reality, friend. I think we can reach the end of the maze from here.
If there is no escape by the road Baragon followed, we must continue on. Lead the way, Proxy.
Can you hear me? Get me out of here!
I thought I was never going to get out of there.
An anomaly like the one we observed at Renfield. It worked. We must try Abolisher appeared.
What in the name of all the divines is that thing?
Now
Ooh, that's actually really cool.
Imprisonment. Make it so I was never forgotten. I can find a
Screenshot.
path in which the princes and I were never
It's kinda cool.
conflict. And with the Loom, I shall weave it into this reality.
restore the glory of
Miramor stands ready, my prince. Weave a better reality with your loom.
Now, give them no quarter.
Boss fight. We're gonna use the thing again to break the mirrors.
You should have run.
I know this has been an ongoing thing for years, but how about you just add a boss that has like more health and stuff instead of forced mechanics like this? Feels like an insult to veteran players. And I guess even new players. No shot we have to do this again. Oh, we have to do it again.
advance!
You're going to regret this. And down they go.
We had to crash mirrors all that time, and then we have a second phase of a boss. Oh, that's one mechanic I saw in Lucent Citadel. That was kind of intense, actually.
Wait. I can set this right. My loom! Such terrible power!
The Loom is destroyed, my prince. We must leave this place.
I am the last tomorrow, the Unweaver. I am filled with the power of the many parts. Come, Torvasad, away!
You did it, friend. But what's happening to Atelia?
Atelia has become something else.
Abolisher is depleted, but it did its job. The loom has been destroyed. I shall open an exit. Let us leave this place.
Good to see you, comrade. Baragon's waiting for you in the relic room.
Hello, friend. Put the relics in the case, please. I'm not sure I want
How
to keep
safe
those
is
in my
this
house
house
forever,
where we have like
but
a
that's good
lantern
for now.
that's like, and
Let's
a
talk.
portal opening sword?
I know losing the use of the relics is bad, but at least we destroyed the Loom and stopped Atelia from changing our reality. You know, I can't even conceive of what that actually means. But now that we're back in West Weald, on to local matters. I convinced Count Calantius and Greenspeaker Derelith to sit down and talk. They're finally ready to discuss stabilizing relations between Skingrad and Vashabar. I offered my home as a private venue for their meeting. They also want to speak to you. Don't look so surprised. You're a hero. You brought down Nantharion and defeated Shard Marshal Vargas. Yes, there are Recollection and Shardborn stragglers to deal with, but you earned the trust of both Wood Elves and Colovians through your actions. They're waiting for you out in the hall. I don't know what exactly they want to talk about, but it probably wouldn't hurt to remind them that friends make better neighbors than enemies.
Very cool.
Traveller, we hope to see you here. I'm told you killed King Nantharion beneath Vashabar's very roots. I know he had to be stopped, yet the tragedy will haunt me. He started with a great vision before he wandered onto dark paths. Vashabar is done with kings, but I can speak for the people of Dawnwood. It falls to me to make good on the obligation Nantharion left us. We must try to make amends for the damage he inflicted on West Weald. You and Tribune Atelia showed us what's possible when we accept a little help. We can't give back what Nantharion has taken, but we can promise to be good neighbors going forward. And we will not advance beyond Dawnwood. That is all we need. If we find any more Wildburn seeds, we will destroy them. As for the area of devastation, our Greenspeakers shall attempt to repair the damage and restore the land. It will take time, but nature will heal.
Tribune Atelia has spoken at length about you and enthralled me with tales of your exploits on behalf of West Weald. And to think you're not even a native of Skingrad or Vashabar. I hope it isn't too late for us to learn something from your example. It will not be easy to overcome the distrust the Recollection sowed between Colovians and Wood Elves. But thanks to your valiant defense of West Weald, I think I can convince my people to see the opportunities here, not just the threats. For my part, yes. Of course, I must persuade some nobles and landowners to part with abandoned estates they can no longer return to, but I want to see the new forest held by allies of Skingrad, not left empty to be overrun by monsters and outlaws. I spend a lot of coin to buy land, and with that land, I secure a treaty of cooperation with our new neighbors. I thank you, hero. You aided West Weald in our time of need. Wherever your journey leads next, Skingrad is forever in your debt.
Nantharion betrayed all we hold sacred, Count Calantius. And he has paid for his crimes with his life.
I want no war with Vashabar, but Nantharion left Ostamir in ruins and killed our people.
We cannot return Dawnwood to the seed it sprang from, but we too seek peace. We shall do everything we can to prove ourselves
Through all we faced, it wasn't until I was lost in the many paths that I realized the true danger to the Weald. I think you saved everything when you destroyed the Loom of the Untraveled road. Of course, Atelia is still out there, somewhere. That's tomorrow's problem, friend. You stopped the Recollection, and you held back the forces of Miramor. The people of West Weald can handle what's left of Athelia's servants. We're free to find our own way forward now. Thanks to you.
We saved West Weald and preserved history.
Wow.
Prince Atelia still roams free.
Actually, this is a really short main story compared to the other ones. Like, it's not over. We still have a lot to finish up. So we still have a few more episodes in the playthrough, but in terms of like the main story completion, that was pretty quick. So we got a new Tales of Tribute deck card, so we got to collect the rest of them, and a new memento. Let's see what it looks like. That's pretty cool.
Mortal, something's wrong. Hermaeus Mora senses fate, futures winking out of existence. Potentials he predicted that will never be. I feel these instabilities rippling across reality. This must be Athelia's doing, but we need to be certain. Instabilities! Places where the threads of fate fray and shred. And it's getting worse. I sense one forming in West Weald even now. But this one feels different. Addressing anomalies of fate is my sacred duty, but these? Scare even me. I suggested we hide in the Icor Sea until this blows over. But the Great Eye said no. So I need you and Laramil to accompany me to the instability. Will you serve as Fate's chosen once more? I'll give you those pieces of gold you like so much. Before we depart, gather the Daedric relics, Abolisher, the Lamp of Clarity, and the Skein of Secrets. Even though they're depleted, the Great Eye has seen that you will need them in the trials to come. And I'm certainly not going to carry them. The relics are this way, gathering dust on the tiny mortal's wall. Now that you have the relics, I suppose I must open a portal to the instability.
To take care of.
This way, mortals.
Okay, so we still have more main story quests. We have a lot to discover. I think what we should do next is collect some sky shards, because those are generally helpful. But also, at the same time, let's see how the story is into the portal. Hello. Bye.
Screwed. Where is this instability you detected?
Good question. But the threads of fate connected to that mortal are shredded. We should talk to him.
I think we earned these earlier today, and we just got this one. Yeah, we have still have a few more quests for the main storyline. So yeah, we're not technically done yet, but we're kind of done, but not 100%.
I wouldn't go into Pharaoh's cavern, stranger.
The dude had like a quest marker, but he wouldn't say anything. There is a few quests that I've done that were kind of like buggy in terms of quest dialogue, so I'm not 100% sure. Like, I assume I had to talk to that dude, but he just wouldn't say anything else.
I wouldn't go into Pharaoh's cavern, stranger. That tear, it's terrible. The light, the sound. And if you get too close, you'll fall into the nothingness.
See, like, I had to go to a weird angle.
It was awful. We were foraging in Pharaoh's cavern, Lazarus and me. We heard a terrible ripping sound, and there it was. A tear in the space before us. Never seen the like. It was full of nothing. But Lazarus got too close. He was just gone. So I ran.
We must enter the cave and see this tear. A tear in the fabric of reality. Not only have the threads of fate been parted,
I think I know what's happening here.
existence has been destroyed. An unexpected reaction, but it tells us much.
What started as instabilities in the threads of fate have become tears in the fabric of reality itself. The Great Eye's worst fears have come to pass. Somehow, some way, Atelia is responsible for this disaster. I can feel it in my seventh appendage. I'm saying that before I returned to get you and Laramil, I examined a number of these instabilities. Some in the Telvanni Peninsula, even a few in Apocrypha. If they all grow into these reality tears, well, we're all doomed is an understatement. Now you doubt my expertise? Look, we only detected these instabilities because of their effect on nearby threads of fate. And that reality tear, if I didn't have all my eyes on it, I wouldn't even know it was there. This is Atelia, all right. I'm not sure we can fix them. Our best chance is to find Atelia and return her to her prison. And you have the relics to do it. We just have to figure out how to restore their depleted energy. Let me think. Here, I've marked your map. Take Abolisher to the Telvanni Peninsula, the Lamp to West Weald, and the Skein to Apocrypha. I'll send help to meet you with directions on how to restore the relics.
We shall send Gadain, Baragon,
Restore the
and two
Daedric
to
relics.
assist you, Proxy. Meet us at Baragon's townhouse when you have restored the relics. And, if you would, convey my regards to Gadain.
How do you get there? Did it the other day and just forgot. I think those plants are dead. Eat.
I'm not doing this without you. Get up! Looks like a quick little adventure. I'm game.
Over here, comrade. The friendly Daedra Scroot sent me to meet you, comrade. She and Laramil told me some strange things, but after everything that happened in West Weald... Anyway, I'm here to help. Indeed. Apparently the workers in this camp discovered an ancient shrine to Azura before they were overwhelmed. Laramil suggests that if you hold the Lamp of Clarity close to the shrine, Azura herself will restore its energy. The shrine to Azura should be on the east side of the lumber camp. Let's go find it. What? After everything with the recollection, you think I wouldn't want to see this through to the end? When Laramil summoned me and Scroot explained things, I readily agreed to help. Now, let's get...
I did a daily zone quest here yesterday, so that's why I was there.
The Wildburn was not kind to this place. Let's locate the shrine, but remain vigilant.
I do like how these delves are, you know, detailed and everything, but sometimes they're just like too big of a delve.
Shrine of Azura should be just up ahead.
He chose the farthest spot away.
Who's better than us? Nobody.
Wait, there's one in Apocrypha? I remember this delve. That was not fun. Oh, what are they aggroed on? Hold on. What is aggroed? Not even in combat. Okay. I didn't really like this delve either. It's a maze.
This way, friend. It's good to see you, friend. Yes, but her regard.
Basically, we get the thing in here.
Fathom's Drift. Imagine the horrors that have washed upon its shores.
Floating corpse, very cool.
Those bolts of cloth. That must be the Mephala silk. Did it work? I think it worked. The relic is restored.
If you haven't watched my Necron playthrough, this is it. Apocrypha and Telvanni Peninsula was the last chapter. It was actually really good. I enjoyed it.
Here we go.
As always, we did the 100% playthrough for that, so I think it was about like 16 parts or something, or 16 episodes. Wasn't too bad.
You made it. I was worried. Laramie. Qualma always make me uncomfortable. Let's find the forge and get out of here. That's the forge. Ever notice that?
I remember
no matter
this
how
part.
Ancient Daedric stuff never really changes. Anyway, dip Abolisher, cracked acorns. Look at Abolisher. It surges with power again.
Lower your weapons. I see you are still at the beck and call of the lying Prince of Fate. I do not seek to be your enemy, mortal. Before we irreversibly cross a threshold from which there is no return, I would reach an understanding between us. Existence. You speak of it as though it was sacrosanct. But my prince was locked away and erased from existence by your smug and sanctimonious patron, forgotten by all. I fixed that, but when we tried to restore our realm, our home, you opposed us. No different from what Mora and the other princes did in that distant millennium. Think of what could have been accomplished had not the Prince of Paths been vanquished from history. Do you not see? Just stand aside and let events flow as they may. As I feared, Hermaeus Mora sees so much but has blinded you. I respect you, mortal. Do what you must, and I shall do the same. Perhaps when reality has been rewritten and a new Miramor arises, you will have a different opinion. Consider what I have said. We Daedra may be immutable, but you mortals are not.
Minus 400 gold.
I just heard the news. King Nantharion was killed, defeated by the Legion's mercenary. Did you hear?
With the 3 relics that were once used to imprison Atelia restored, we must determine where to even begin our search for the Forgotten Prince. Before we discuss the idea that Scroot and I derived, do you have anything else to report? Of course he does. But his faith in his prince has made him blind to the danger she poses to existence itself. These tears are spreading. Soon the fabric of reality may be too damaged to repair. We must find Atelia before that happens. An idea, yes, although Scroot referred to it as a remote possibility. We should return to the Loom of the Untraveled Road. Perhaps the Echoneer can reveal a lingering memory as to where Atelia has gone. But, Proxy, was Curate Gadain, well, that is, I am glad that Gadain is well. But, now we must return to Fargrave and make our way to the Chamber of the Loom. I dare not open a portal there directly, as the release of power when you destroyed it has made the area unstable. This portal will take us to Fargrave.
Watch yourselves.
Oh, I remember those. There was this portal in the main Fargrave city that opened up, or was it not? I think it's Tavani Peninsula, but they had like a multi-portal thing. I thought it was really cool.
Stay alert for any of Miramor's danger.
It feels like my necropolis.
Taint of Miramor
City
remains
of the
strong
dead.
here. The Loom, even destroyed, it radiates. Good. The gate to the Loom is still open.
Man, we gotta go back again.
By the ancestors, look at this place. I remember when the walls of the necropolis were my entire world.
Tread carefully, Gadain. I prefer not to see any harm befall you.
I still have the amulet you gave to keep me safe. I couldn't bear to part with it.
No
I am
shortcuts?
glad it has been helpful,
Dang.
and that you still have it. More than I can say. The loom of the Untraveled road. Damaged beyond repair, but still impressive. Use the Ecomere and see what memories remain.
My prince.
Nothing! Damn them! Very well. If I cannot restore Miramor, I will create a new realm upon the festering corpse of Apocrypha!
Apocrypha? Proxy, we must talk. The power Atelia absorbed when you destroyed the loom. It has turned her into the very monster Hermaeus Mora foresaw. And now she plans to challenge him and take Apocrypha for herself. I fear we may not be able to change these spiraling fates. Change does not come naturally to the Daedric Princes. Not like it does for mortals. That is why the one who knows sought you out. You are correct about the change. But that was the result of untold power, not a conscious effort. The result of the way events played out in those other realities, I suspect. Daedric Princes have no experience with the constant evolution and transformation of mortals. They are eternal, and have no point of reference for the transient. She was confused, vulnerable. That much I grant you. That, however, is not the same as being mortal. An intriguing notion. She saw other versions of herself. Is there a way to get her to see that and attempt to change her own perspective? We must consult Scrute. This shall require all of our combined knowledge if such a possibility truly exists. Scrute awaits us at Baragon's townhouse. Let us return there at once.
At least she opened a portal for us today.
Everyone's back. I've been doing my best to keep morale up while you were gone. But even my usually cheerful mood is under assault. More and more of those tears in reality keep appearing. We're running out of time. Did you learn anything useful at the Loom? Another assault on Apocrypha? The Great Eye still hasn't recovered from the last one. We already knew that Atelia had transformed into the monster Hermaeus Mora warned us about. I don't suppose you and Laramil have come up with a way to stop her. Daedra don't change. Daedric Princes especially. It's their nature. We're not like you mortals, constantly reflecting on possibilities and remaking yourselves over and over. She's a monster, and will always be a monster. Different reflections? You mean the versions of Atelia that Laramil told me you encountered on the many paths? She also said that when you first encountered Atelia, she looked mortal and was confused and weak. At least by Daedric standards. You're right. Atelia has changed, and reflecting might just be the key. I read about a relic created by a mortal wizard. A mirror that revealed the innermost thoughts and dreams of the viewer. Laramil and I must consult some ancient texts. Obviously, we're going to need something connected to Atelia. I spotted a primordial shattered titan in the ruins of Scion.
Oh boy.
Scouting instabilities. Retrieve a fragment from that ancient Daedra. We can use it to create the relic. It's very old. Ancient, even. One of the first things the Prince of Paths ever created. And it's big. How it got to the ruins of Scion, I have no idea. But it's there, and we can use it. Provided you can defeat it and bring back one of its shards.
I know those ruins. They're west of Skingrad.
Then let's not waste time. Let's go get this shard.
Agreed. We'll meet you there.
I think I'm gonna split their video here. I feel like this is going to be a big event coming up, and it's been like an hour. So with that said, thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys had a fantastic time in this episode we still have a bunch more to do. We still have a few more quests and stuff to wrap up. So the playthrough's not over. We'll see you guys next time. Have a fantastic day.